Hello everybody and welcome to Boiler. I'm so happy to be here. It's my first recording. We're gonna be playing some Planet Coaster because I love this game and I love roller coasters. So we're gonna get started with this coaster right here. This is a project I've been working on for quite a while now, but I've only gotten about halfway done with it because I wanted to be careful with it. And I feel like it's just it's more fun to make a coaster when you put a lot of time and effort into it. I love this so much, I want to make a career out of it. So this is a steel iBox hybrid coaster, which is, it's a wooden roller coaster. Well, it's a coaster with wooden supports, mostly wooden supports, and a steel track with this kind of sort of iBox shape. I can't really get a good zoom in there, but you just take my word for it. If you've ever been on one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, I had done another take before this, but I didn't even notice that my microphone had been turned off because this is a new headset and I'm not sure how things work yet. But anyway, so this is a steel iBox hybrid, and if any of you out here from Wisconsin, where I'm from, may notice it may have a somewhat familiar shape, and indeed this is a reimagining of the Zippin Pippin at Bay Beach Amusement Park in Green Bay. Zippin Pippin is a classic wooden coaster in America. It opened in Libertyland in like 1915 or something under the name Pippin. I might have to fact check that, but eventually, when Libertyland closed in 2005, it was moved to Bay Beach Amusement Park in 2010, where it continues to operate. And I do love Zippin Pippin. It's one of my favorite wooden coasters of all time, but I thought it'd be neat to make a little reimagination of it, because there are some really great steel hybrids that have been made from old wooden coasters. Like, to name a few, Mean Streak at Cedar Point is now Steel Vengeance, and that coaster was so good. It's actually in this game, and that's the template I'm using, but it's not actually going to be like that at all. But it's just the default colors, and I'll change the colors in a bit. But other examples include Colossus, a Six Flags Great Adventure becoming Twisted Colossus, and the upcoming Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens, Tampa, formerly Gwazi, and that's going to be really exciting because I actually plan on going there next year, and I'm really excited. I hope it's just as fun as they say. It's going to be super tall, and I think it's cool because the original Gwazi roller coaster, which was a wooden coaster, is a very unique one because it was a sort of dueling coaster. But not just a race, like a side-by-side race like other coasters, but it was a dueling one. Anyway, so I wanted to get some practice with this because that's another iBox coaster in the distance you can see over there, and that'll be another project that I'll do when I'm done with this one. But I did this one because I wanted to do the practice. And then there's that's another coaster I just made on a whim, and that'll be a fun episode I can make sometime too. You guys can let me know in the comments and let me know what else you want to see. But so I just earlier today, I wish you guys could have seen it, but again, my recording kind of flopped, but I made this little double airtime hill. And I'm not really sure if I want it to stay like that, but I like the look of it so far. So we're going to do a little testy-do. First we're going to go into edit track mode so that we can look at its specs at all. And then we're going to start the test. And we're just going to watch. Chain lifts. How is everyone doing today? Let me know in the comments. Just let me know anything in the comments. I love to talk. And so thank you to people that watch, and thank you to people for subscribing. It means a lot to me that even though I'm little, it feels good to get to have some fun with you guys online. I hope that this becomes a great time, great opportunity. We can have a lot of fun together. I can have other people on, and it'll be a blast. Go down the thing. The zero-G stall goes upside down. And go up again. That's just a classic airtime hill. So you saw on the old Zippin Pippin, there's like a big hill right here that goes over here, and like the entrance of the coaster is right here, so you can see it passing over. But I thought it'd be really cool if there's like a zero-G stall here, so it like flips upside down, but then just goes back upright. I would like to mention too that I have no disrespect for the original Zippin Pippin. Like I said, it's one of my favorite roller coasters. And like there are definitely some classic wooden coasters that don't always get the respect they deserve, but I do. I mean, I think this one certainly lives up to its reputation. I think it really made the park grow in its park grow at Bay Beach. There it goes. Whee! I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other ideas for videos you want to see, other maybe coasters or just things you want to do. I'm at my test facility right now, which is just a little sort of sandbox park I made where I can design the coasters. And I'm trying to do like the challenge modes and make like actual parks, but it's not. I just like to design stuff. And I do put my coasters on the workshop, so the other two videos I made, Coming Full Circle and the Beat That roller coasters, those are on my Steam Workshop. On the Steam Workshop for me. So if you look up Boiler or you look up those two names, you'll probably find it. And it's burp, excuse me. Had a load of pizza today. It's that kind of day. But yeah. So this, and when this is done, I'll probably put it on the Steam Workshop as well. I'm not really sure what to name it yet. I mean, my ideas were like Flippin' Pippin or Slippin' Pippin to keep with the original name, but have something cool because it goes upside down and stuff. Another idea is, since it's a roller coaster in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where the Green Bay Packers are, you could name it after them, kind of like how Kennywood made the steel curtain in Pennsylvania. So you could call it something like the Lambeau Leap or the Cheese Grater. I think that would be fun, and then you could paint it with the green and gold. Or if you did like one of the other Pippin names, you could just keep it the original, like the original color scheme, but more vibrant with the steel track. Right now it's just in its default colors because I don't know what to call it yet. Or another possibility is, since one of the Zippin Pippin's big claims to fame is that it was Elvis Presley's favorite roller coaster back in his day, that I can name it something sort of in regards to him, like Hunka Hunka Burnin' Steel, or I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any ideas, because I'd love to hear them. And maybe I'll post a little poll on Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram or all of the above, or maybe on YouTube. But yeah, this is gonna be a great time. All right, so let's continue going. Gonna stretch. One thing I like to do too is, before I do that, is I want to make this area right here. That's pretty common on these kinds of roller coasters. Stop and test for a moment. Is the area that comes before the lift hill, just the little thing that from the station to the chain lift. A lot of times on these new roller coasters, they like to put a little something extra in it, little hills or wavy turns. So I think I wanna do something like that with this one. Even just something simple like making a little dip, like making little dips here. Okay. Then maybe we can give that a little bank, a little more of a bank, so that it runs more smoothly, and so maybe we can bank one out. Oh god, that looks bad. Not that I really have a thing against outward bank turns, but it's not the place for that. We're gonna smooth that. I love the smooth tool. It's so smooth. It's smooth. Yeah, there we go. And I think I might lower that just a bit more. Just to flatten it out. Put a little less symmetry in here because I don't know. It looks cooler that way, I guess. Maybe a slight bend. That's more than a slight bend. I'm sorry the lighting is bad, but this is, I only have this. Sadly, this is the optimal gaming computer. I am only in college after all. But you didn't come here for a pity party. And neither did I, so here we go. Gotta use that smooth button sparingly or I'm gonna make this look too boring. I'm just improvising this right now. I had no plan at all. I think it kind of looks nice. Kind of starts smoothly and then starts all smooth and then gets a little bit more dippy as you go on. I think this I don't like. I think it should stay not that steep. So let's get a look at the G's here. Okay, well that's not gonna help me. Let's just look at the live data. So what are the G's? They're not bad. Doesn't get much more than like 2, and that's all good. And then it goes up to lift hill. Do that. So yeah, well, I would say the last episode, but the last time I recorded, I made these hills. I'm sorry that didn't work. I forgot to turn on the microphone on my headset. But it's working now, so we're good. I smooth that dip a little bit. That is pretty smooth. It's actually a lot. It's awfully smooth. Actually, it's really cool because the G-forces on the Zippin Pippin are actually higher than you think. The G's being like the amount of force you feel. So 1 G is like 1 times the force of gravity on you. 2 G's would be twice as amount. If it's like 0.5 G's, it'd be half. If it's negative, then it just means like it's going in the opposite direction. So, yeah. One thing that's cool though about the Zippin Pippin though is its maximum G-force is at like 5.1 Gs, which compared to a lot of modern roller coasters, or some modern roller coasters at least, it's actually a pretty big number. Something like Max Force at Six Flags Great America, which brilliant ride by the way. It's one of my favorites of all time. But it has a maximum G-force of 4.5 Gs, and I'd certainly say that's a much more intense ride, but it definitely has a better. It definitely does feel a lot smoother than this. I mean, this is a classic wooden coaster, though. Well, it was. And there's a lot of respect for like the old coasters, and that's part of what I like about the roller coaster community. Is like there's new stuff and there's old stuff, and we love it all the same, as long as it's good. Only the world would like that. We just all loved each other. There's a lot of love out there, man. Okay, I tried to sound like a hippie, but then I just sounded southern. I am so entertaining, aren't I? Sarcasm. Now, that being said, I do hope to do a lot more with this channel. So maybe I'll do some other stuff. Maybe I'll have some other people on this. We can play some other games. We can do some other things. I want to maybe make some top 10 lists. So like, I'd love to do like my favorite songs of all time, video game soundtracks, because some of my favorite songs of all time come from video games, or just like some of my favorite, most influential games that have impacted me, because I feel like there's a lot that can be said about that, or like my favorite roller coasters. I definitely want to make my bucket list roller coasters, and I have quite a few. I might split it into 2 videos of like international coasters and U.S. roller coasters, because I think I don't know. There's so many, but I'm so excited. And the Iron Gwazi coaster that I mentioned, that's on my bucket list. Levels off. So right here, what I want to do is because this is where the coaster like turns around on the original coaster. So I want to make, I know what I want to make here. I want to make a reverse Cobra roll. That's a thing that exists on a couple other coasters. I know Twisted Cyclone at Six Flags Over Georgia. It's the same type of roller coaster. It's this hybrid, but that has the same sort of element in it. A standard Cobra roll here, I'll show you real quick. A Cobra roll looks like this. I'm not. So if you look at some roller coasters, new steel roller coasters that go upside down, you might see something like this on them. But a reverse Cobra roll, and I don't think the template's in the game, so we might just have to make our own. But imagine this sort of lobing side kind of on the other side, so it like does a roll around, and then it turns around, and then rolls around, and goes back down. So it's a little like the Twisted Horseshoe roll here too, except it's much smaller. I don't know why they call this its own element. It just looks like 2 0G rolls coupled by a turn, but I don't know. So maybe if I do like a heartline roll entry. I can't bring that up though, can I? Actually, which way would it even roll? Would it roll with the turn or against the turn? How tall is it? I should have looked this up. There. We're just gonna kind of mess around with it, and I think I'll probably do some more work with it, maybe off camera, so that you guys don't have to listen to my voice for too long. But eventually, I'll make something good out of it. So we got an exit like that. Oh yeah, that looks good. Looks good. I like it. Except it doesn't really. Shouldn't really level off like that. I wish it did. Maybe if you do an exit roll like that. Oh boy, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, I don't like that it levels off there. It really shouldn't. I wish the game would give you a bit more control over that, but that's okay. I mean, what if we even do like a corkscrew exit? Would that work at all? Go that way. Oh, it almost would. Can we make it smaller? No, we can't. Okay, well. I could just do something like that, though. I don't know, what do you guys think? What if I just did, like, a corkscrew exit, and then, like... and, like, a corkscrew entry, and then it just went back and turned around? It looks a little bit like a Cobra roll, but... I don't know, I think it'd be cool. let's watch it on the camera. We're gonna do front bumper. There we go. That way it's nice and fixed. Whoa, whoa! I do like that wavy thing though. It might be a little bit too rough, but I can change that too, and I'll do it off camera because as much as I love, making YouTube, I don't know if you guys want to see all that. It's not that exciting. Yeah, I'm sorry the graphics could be better, but if I increase it anymore, then the game probably won't run very quickly. And excuse me, since I'm trying to make a realistic coaster and I want to design it real well, I gotta have the game running as fast as I can so I can visualize it. And I don't think you guys are gonna want to watch a real stuttery game either. Whoa! See, that doesn't look too bad, except for when it just kind of falls off into showers. But I feel like that might work even as is. Maybe I'll kind of have to manufacture it myself. But I think it's a good idea. One thing I know is that it'll turn around and, like, instead of turning around and going parallel back, it'll kind of like bend back in. So I'll have to fix that. But anyway, I think that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm real excited. I think we could have a lot of fun with this channel, and let me know if you guys want to see anything else or have any ideas or suggestions or even criticisms. I'm open to hear it. Just be nice, be helpful. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike the video if you didn't. Subscribe if you want to see more, and ring the bell if you want to get notifications on every time I post. Yeah, you guys know the gist in YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. This is Boiler 1, signing off.